Hey guys, I gotta do it. But I gotta say, this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not allowed to tell people how to live their lives. Consult medical advice if you do decide to do something for yourself. If you can make it through this 30-minute video, I think it gets more entertaining as it goes on. First part's covering some things. I like it all, but some people might lose interest quick. It gets a little more entertaining and a little more starts hitting home middle and later in the video. So hang with me if you can. If not, I understand. Best best luck to all of you guys, and thanks for checking in.
So why would he drive fast, right? I mean, 20 years working on the fire department and private ambulance. How many 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds, moms and dads do you think that I picked up from their house and took them to hospice, and for the last couple of days watched their kids cry while they're walking out, or taking them to the hospital for the last time? You know, any health ailment that we can name, cancer, stage 4, all these different things, man. I see it affect so many people just like me and you. And so I'm trying to increase my percentages and maybe pass all that, and I have to live that. Dementia runs in my family. It's very strong in my family, and believe it or not, dry fasting can help prevent dementia, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's, and all those plaques that build up in your brain. It can help you renew brain cells. So that's another big motivation for it. You have 500% of your growth hormone in you. After about 3 days, you're up to 500% of your growth hormones coursing through your body, your natural growth hormone. You're eating away. The first thing to go when your body's in a starvation mode, because that's what our body's in. Our body's eating itself. And that sounds bad, but it's actually good. It's called autophagy. The good cells eat the bad cells. And the weakest cells and the bad cells are the first to go. So cancers and plaques and all those other parasites are the first ones to get eaten up and destroyed, and give your body a new, fresh body and gut biome. This week becomes a week about me just relaxing, not having to do much, not having to go to work, even though my job isn't always crazy and stressful. Riding in that seat, especially as an officer, you never know what's around the corner, and that kind of lingers with you. You know, it's always an underlying feel, a little tightness you feel, and you don't really notice it a lot of times until you're off for about a week or two. Another good thing for me is that I get some regular sleep. My job gets me up a lot, middle of the night. So during this week, on top of just fasting, I may get some solid sleep. You don't sleep a ton when you're fasting, but I've been doing pretty good so far. Believe it or not, I actually tape my lips shut because it helps me breathe through my nose. Since I'm dry fasting, I don't want my mouth open at night, and then I wake up and my mouth is completely dry. That's another interesting little tidbit. I will be getting a $25,000 stem cell treatment after 7 days of dry fasting. You can look it up. You can believe me or not if you want, but it's a big, pretty cool thing out of this. Your body floods with stem cells, and they're your own endogenous stem cells. They're not from another mother from another country's umbilical cord that you're paying $25,000 for. They're actually your own stem cells that are inside of you being activated. A $25,000 treatment can be achieved in 7 days of dry fasting. Hey guys, just gonna check in periodically. Day 1 of my dry fast. No food, no water. Goal is 7 to 12 days. I'll get into that stuff more on how I'm gonna judge how long to go or why I would even go that long, which all you guys are like, why would you go that long? Oh my gosh, it's crazy, you're gonna die after 3. But anyways, get into that more. Day number 1, I think I'm about 20 hours in on my fast right now. I actually feel good. If it was your first time fasting, you probably would start feeling a little rough around the 20 to 22 hour mark. You might start starving, maybe foggy, maybe some negative thoughts, lack of energy, that kind of stuff. In that 20 to 24 hour window, that kind of hits us on our first fast because our body's trying to learn how to switch over to burning the fat. And we all have plenty of fat on our bodies to last skinny people 30 days. Obese people have 100 days worth of fat on your body. That fat has food and it has water in it. And your body's gonna learn how to burn that fat for its energy. And that's better than the energy of the food that you actually eat. That's how we survive for however many long years that you wanna believe people have been here, whether your mark is 2023 or it's 100,000 or it's 1 million or whatever. evolution has done. We have not had refrigerators and fast food restaurants and stores for a long time. Our bodies were adapted to go long periods of time without food and to be in very good shape while we do it, so we can be smart enough to find the food. Some things you'll notice in the first day towards getting close to 24 hours. Once you get past that 24, 25 hour window mark and you do start burning those ketones, you're gonna actually start feeling really good. First time it happened to me, it was amazing. I had like a euphoria, I felt amazing. I was calling people for like 6 hours, dude. I was jacked. And if you guys know me, I don't call hardly anybody. But I mean, I was just feeling, I had extreme energy, not strength, but energy. Felt good. Anyways, today's day one. I had surgery yesterday on my hip, so I got a little period of time off from work here. I'm gonna take it easy, and that's what you do need to do on a fast. Preferably if you can avoid work and do this journey and be at peace and not have a ton of stress going on. It's gonna work miracles for your body. It's going to, depending on how you do it and how long you do it, you can just about heal and solve every problem in your body. You can extend your longevity and lifespan and how long you live and the level of how you live. All my fireman buddies are like, oh, I'm just gonna do this and that. This is the way we done it. What are you talking about? Fast. All right, bud. Well, if you're okay with dying at 75 and maybe declining at 60, that's fine. What I'm here to tell you is that maybe you can live to be 100. Maybe you can live to be 120. And maybe you can live to be 150. And you can feel like you're 50 at 100. And that's where new science and new experiments are taking us. Fasting's old, but we're learning so much about it now in the last couple years that it's a game changer. There's other things mixed in on this longevity discussion. How can somebody live to be 100 or 150? And 150 hasn't happened yet. 120 is the max, I believe, 121. But there's other things to be had in that discussion. That's a whole nother video, a whole nother day. But there are scientists out there who study the lifespan, lifestyles, your bodies, and they're continually trying to find ways to help us live longer. They got experiments where they inject mice with cells, and the cells don't ever age. And the mice live for a little while longer. Then those mice do develop cancer and die. We're not there yet. But what I'm saying is there are people out there who are actually putting a good amount of money into this, and the information is at your and my fingertips. And some of my videos might be your first introduction into some of it and lead you into other things. I didn't just make all this stuff up that I'm going to tell you, and I'm not just smart enough to make all this stuff up that I'm going to tell you over time. So stick with me. Hey guys, I'm at the 28-hour mark on my dry fast. Dry fast, no water, no food. I feel pretty good actually. My body's kind of used to fasting, so when your body gets used to it, it's called your fasting muscle. It learns how to switch over from burning sugar and carbs, and it learns how to burn ketones and switch over. So your body gets used to it a lot easier. Right now, 28 hours, I'm in a little bit of autophagy. So some of my good cells are eating some of my bad cells. And it's a amazing process. You really want to Google and learn about autophagy if you don't know the definition of that. It should be as big of a word in your vocabulary as any other one you have. I'm in light ketosis right now. I got some ketosis strips that kind of tested and let me know. I'm just starting to get into that. So that means my body's starting to burn some fat to use that for energy. Overall, my energy feels pretty good. I definitely don't have the strength and gall to go run 5 miles right now. My mental energy is pretty good. I do feel a little more sharper and more tuned into things. Your irritability goes up when you don't eat. So I would definitely say, you want to be in a relaxing environment. Fasting is about healing. Let's see who's back there spying on me. Carter. That's Carter. You can see him in the mirror back there. Definitely want to be in a healing process. You don't want to be dealing with a lot of stress and drama while you're on a fast. So yeah, that's about it right now. My mouth is a little dry. I haven't had any water in 28 hours. Surprisingly, I feel really good. Like, I haven't really been hungry or thirsty at all. I'm a little thirsty, don't get me wrong, but not like I would have thought I would have been. Again, a lot of that's attributed to me. I've fasted before, and your body gets used to it. It adapts. It's amazing what your body can do. For those of you who don't know, fasting is the fountain of youth. It can heal almost any ailment out there that you have. It can prevent almost any ailment that you're going to get. The doctors don't tell you that because they don't know. They know how to treat your ailments that you get, but we're going to treat it 10, 15, 20 years before. And once a year, we're going to do a 7 to 10 day fast. If you get educated enough to understand what a dry fast is, I prefer you doing the 7 to 10 day dry fast, but that comes with a lot of education, a lot of understanding the way you do it, the proper way, possible risks, indicators and all that. Hey guys, day number 2, 50 hours in my fast. Body's starting to do some neat things right now. It's starting to convert, because I haven't had any water or food, starting to convert my fat into good energy for me, but also converting my fat into water. So my water went through a phase, my pee went through a phase of like dark, not healthy looking urine, and now it's starting to come out real clear. That's what we call the water of life. That's what happens when your body starts breaking down fat and creating water, which you do about 32 ounces of water a day. That's how all your organs keep working. So you're not actually going without water. You're creating your own water. Really neat thing happened today. I've been watching football, kind of laying around. I needed to get out and just walk, but since I had hip surgery a couple days ago, I'm not supposed to walk. I'm supposed to ride a stationary bike. But my hip feels really good, so it was cool. Starting to, clouds were coming in, looked like it was about to storm. And it's cooling down out there enough to where I could go outside, because the keys are not sweat right now. I'm just wet from riding in the rain. But anyways, I got overcast, and I'm like, man, if it rained, that'd be really neat, dehydrated, and it just kind of feels good. I'm doing a soft dry fast. You have hard dry fast, which is no touching water at all, no brushing your teeth, no shower, no submersion in any kind of water. And then you have a soft dry fast, which I'm doing. I'm still taking showers, still brushing my teeth. And tomorrow, when my body temperature levels out and I get through some of these processes, I'll be able to add in my cold plunge. I'll do that kind of moderately. I'm not going to overdo it, because it's a stressor on your body as well. So fasting's a stressor, and sauna, which I'm not doing during a dry fast, is a stressor. Cold plunge is a stressor. Exercise is a stressor. So you want to understand stressors and how they work, and the key is to not overdo them. Granted, doing a 7 to 13 day dry fast sounds like I might be overdoing that. It has its different reasons why. There's a lot of reasons why. I'm probably going to write them out, post them. I can't even go over it all, dude. I know y'all think I'm crazy. I can't even go over it. Trust me, I'm not a fool. I dive deeper than just your little Google search of, oh, how many days can you go without water? Oh, Google says 3. And I go deeper than all that. I backfill this with a lot of studying, a lot of information, a lot of podcasts, a lot of YouTube videos. I've even read a couple books. One of them I'm going to show on here because I love the book. It will really open your eyes to a lot of things. So anyways, 50 hours, I'm feeling good. I woke up last night feeling a little off. It was kind of hard to explain. It's a hard thing to explain. It was just kind of weak and drained. I woke up around 4. I went to bed. When you fast, you don't sleep real good. So I got 4 hours of sleep. I slept from midnight till 4. Woke up at 4. Slept for about 2 hours. I read my book. Then I went back to sleep for about an hour, hour and a half, which was awesome. I mean, that's more sleep than I expected to get. But anyways, around 4 when I woke up, I did feel, for the first time, I felt like, okay, yeah, I'm in this fast. My body's asking me, hey, where's the water? Where's the food? Tomorrow, day 3, is when some of the magic really starts to kick in. So I'll check back in. But so far, so good. And I came on here to say riding in the rain was like a godsend, man. It was pouring on me, and something about it called my name, and I felt like that rain was for me. I was riding through the rain like I was a little kid again. It was enjoyable. I was soaking wet. Very nice. Nice and cool. So, hey guys, day number 3. I'm at 76 hours. Had some struggles today. Went through about a 4-hour period of feeling kind of rough. No energy, real dehydrated, kind of tired. I feel like I'm past it now. I'm feeling better. Definitely thirsty. Kind of reminds me of being a kid, and you would be like playing with your buddies and not have anything to drink for like hours, and you were like desperately dehydrated, and you get that first crack at some cold water, and you just, oh my goodness. It's kind of where I am right now. I'm super thirsty. Haven't been hungry at all, but I will say around the 71 to 74 hour mark got kind of real today. Became a fast, became a challenge. You know, you're gonna have those ups and downs, and it was one of the down times. Also, you gotta find things to do. I've been reading books, riding my bike at night's been really nice. I'm gonna go to the beach at night. I'm gonna do my cold plunge, watching TV, football games, Big Brother. Staying occupied some, but there's definitely a lot of downtime. Can't do too much. You gotta heal, you gotta relax, you gotta rest. Losing my voice a little, my mouth is dry, but other than that, we're hanging in. I'm on about 105 hours right now. You probably can't tell, got a beautiful backdrop. Just at nighttime, around 9, 10 o'clock, ride my bike, it's nice and cool. Ride my bike, listen to some low-key music, and just chill. So definitely a good vibe right now. It got hard today, not gonna lie. I had to tap in. I had to remember why I'm doing it, which I do know why I'm doing it. I had to, you know, kick in that willpower. You know, it's that challenge. It wasn't supposed to be easy. I didn't want it to be easy. Honestly, the first few days I did have a little bit of struggle, but I came out of it as I knew I would. Today, that desire for some water, oof. I was at Kylie's game and I saw somebody drinking something, and I felt like that kid in the classroom in 3rd grade, and the teacher would pop open a can of soda and you wanted that can of soda so bad back then. I know kids now got cans of soda everywhere, but back in the day, that Diet Coke that teacher opened up in 3rd period made you just thirsty. But no, it got hard today, and I knew it would. I kind of like that. It's part of the journey, it's part of the challenge. Sometimes you got to dig down deep in life. It's just, I probably most experienced it with my fire department testing, when I would read 12 and 13 hours on the clock a day. That was 18, 19-hour days of studying, 12, 13 hours of actual reading. I would do that for 60, 63 days. I did that about 4 different times. Particularly for Chief, about 4 years ago, I did that. And I also had 4 months before that of 7 and 8 hour days. So I had 6 months of studying, pretty crazy. But what I'm saying is, there's a beautiful place you go to when you dig deep. And sometimes leading up to it, you want to go there. You're like, man, I want to go there. I want to clock in. I want to pay the costs. But then when you get there and it's time to pay that cost, you remember why nobody wants to go there. So, you know, dealing a little bit of that today, but it's understandable. Like I said, about 105 hours in. Definitely weak. As you can tell, my voice is fading. Nothing scary, nothing bad. Believe it or not, haven't been hungry at all. 0 hunger, just thirst. And I'm thirsty for things that I never really cared about before, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to eat watermelon, eat cold oranges, put a lemon in my water, and sometimes have those sparkly waters in glass. Oof, man, can't wait, dude. Goal is 7 days, preferably 9, possibly 11. I have to listen to my body. Overall, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And again, I'm enjoying the journey. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll do the cold plunge. I didn't do it today because the time that I had to do it, my body wasn't feeling it. I was actually kind of cold at that time. I wanted to do it today after I picked the boys up from the bus or whatever, the golf cart. I picked them up from school because it was hot. And I just wanted to jump in a cold plunge and soak up that water through my skin so bad. But anyways, hopefully cold plunge tomorrow. And I'm just gonna keep pushing through. It's definitely a challenge, and that's part of why I'm doing it. I'll check back in tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Something that came to mind earlier that I meant to say, 2 words, only and lonely. First, only. It's a feeling you get when you know something magical. When you go through a struggle or a trial, or you have to push yourself really hard. It could be hell week in sports. It could be determination to get to a special position. It could be a boot camp or trying to be a Navy SEAL. It could be a high-level doctor or lawyer thing. It could be a 10-day dry fast. It could be any of the number of those things. It could be a triathlon. Something where you have to really go where very small percent of people go or have gone. I call it only. Only is a badge that you earn. And generally, only you know you have that badge. And only you need to know you have that badge. That's how beautiful it is. It's a place inside of you that nobody can take away, that you carry with you. And in a way, not trying to sound cocky, you hover over others because you got only with you all the time. It's hidden. Others don't know you have it, but you got it. This journey, it's one of those only journeys because I'm the only motherfucker right now not eating for a week, possibly a week and a half. Lonely. Lonely is a feel on this journey. Everybody thinks you're crazy because you're doing it. Why would you not eat? Google says you'll die in 3 days. The doctors say take the COVID vaccine and don't fast. But you know why you're doing it. You've done way more studying than just a simple Google search. You're strong in your opinions and your ideas and your reasons, and you know why you're doing it. But you're the only one. You're the only one doing it. You have to kind of distance yourself from others because you don't have the energy. You don't have the strength. You're not the man of stature that you would normally be. You're frail. Your voice is weak. You don't want to get in a tussle with a dude because he'll probably slam you through the ground right now. That's lonely. So it's a feel that comes with it. These hours don't necessarily go by fast. There's parts of it that do, but there's times when it can be a struggle. You know, you go through a whole day where you're just kind of mentally down. You know why? You have to remember why. Your body's under a stress. It's doing a lot of amazing things, but it's still under a stress. So you're not as happy-go-lucky, full of energy as you normally will be. But you're tapping into that higher power, and that higher power has to do with the word only. Remember, only. Oh, day 5. I'll never forget you. It's definitely been getting hard. Trying to hang in there. I still got to pick my kids up, take them to practices and stuff. I have these little spurts of energy, but then when the time comes I need to sit down and take a break, it definitely hits. I'm thirsting for water like never before. Difference between a wet fast and a dry fast. A wet fast, you can get showers, you can be in contact with water, you just can't ingest it. And a dry fast is dry. You can't touch or come close to any water. And I'll tell you why that makes a difference. Because when you get this dehydrated, I rode by a sprinkler yesterday and I felt like I was able to bring that water in through my skin. Just the sound and feel of water is magical. So I'm definitely enjoying a wet fast over probably a dry fast. I haven't ingested any water and I direly want to, but being close to water is kind of helpful. As you can see, laying out by my pool, taking it easy right now, just trying to find some peace. I'll read my book, might take a nap, try to take it easy today, hit the cold plunge later. I'll check back in. So you have a fast where you don't eat food, but you drink. Okay, that's called a fast. Those are usually harder the first 3 days because, believe it or not, you're drinking fluids, but you're just hungry. Your appetite's still up for those 3 days. Then after 3 days, you're not hungry anymore. It's pretty amazing. From day 4, 5, 6 on, you're good. You're not hungry. You're just a little weak, but your mental clarity's high. So the first 3 days on a water-only fast are, in my opinion, a little bit harder. When you move to the dry fast level, the first 3 days, in my opinion, were actually a little bit easier. I wasn't hungry, hardly at all, and I had very little thirst until the 3rd day. But by the 4th day of that dry fast, it definitely gets hard. It's the hardest I've been in with a fast. Not miserable, not deathly, but I'm not gonna lie. Every 5-10 minutes, I have a different voice in my head say, hey man, let's go get that sparkling water with some lime. Let's go put my face in a watermelon. You know, my body's calling for water. I'm gonna try to stick it out at least 2 more days though, maybe 4 more. We'll see how this goes. 7's the minimal though. Gotta clock in with 7, and that will definitely achieve a lot of the health goals I'm going for as well. 9 and or 11 would cure you of something maybe you didn't know you had, like maybe parasites or some major health illness would take a 9 or 11 day cure to fully cure. 7 could potentially, but 9 or 11 are the benchmarks for like complete recovery of your body generally. 7's a huge mark though too, and that's the original goal we're going for right now. So we'll take it day by day. Day 5, in process right now. Check it back in later.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Whew. Getting in the cold plunge can be hard. Getting in can be hard, that initial shock. Usually I come from the steam room into the cold plunge, it makes it easier. Today I can't do the steam room because of the dry fast, so it was a little tougher. But once you get in, it's not too bad. I would have never thought I could have gotten cold water, like never. I was the kind of guy that walked around the pool for 30 minutes before I got in on a normal day. So for me to get in the ice is pretty amazing. Has a lot of magical benefits to it. It melts the fat off you. Different reasons why, but two simple reasons. One, your body's trying to heat itself up from the inside. So it's like you're heating up the fat from the inside, you're melting it. Two, as you get cold, your body kind of clamps down all over. And it's almost like a mini muscle workout in every little shred of your body. So yeah, you'll definitely see the muscle, the weight, the fat fall off fast, and you'll notice it. It kind of carves you up quick. It's not why I do it. I mainly do it for the mental part of it. It's definitely a dopamine increase. I usually go cardio, sauna, cold plunge, and the three together is pretty amazing. With the cold plunge, you get a longer dopamine kick. So if I go cardio and sauna without cold plunge, I feel good for a couple hours. I come down after about an hour or so, whatever. There's always that gradual build up of that, and you always feel better for life. But in general, the actual day of it, I feel good for an hour and a half, and then I come down. But when I do the cold plunge, it kind of locks that dopamine in for like 4 or 5 hours, and I just notice a better overall mental feeling. So it's pretty cool. It's what got me doing it. There's a lot of other benefits. I'd have to Google them all. There's a lot of neat things that it does for your brain and your health and your immune system and all that. So there's tons of benefits, but those two that I mentioned are kind of my basic front line too. Once you get in and get settled, it's not too bad. I have to minimize what I do because my temperature right now of this water's maybe 50. It might be 48 to 50. So I'll do 5 minutes, maybe 7 max. You can't go too long because if you do, it's like you kind of overstress your body. Like I said before, everything you do as far as exercise, fasting, steam room, cardio, cold plunge, they're all stressors on your body. And you got to do the right amount of them because too much will overstress you and you'll either beat your immune system down or you'll feel really wore out later in the day, or you're just doing damage to your body. So you got to find a sweet spot. For me, it's about 5 minutes. Now I'm just going to enjoy. All right, coming up on about 6 minutes, so I'm gonna get out here. But before I get out, and I actually forgot. Big part of the reason I do the cold plunge would be to get in and not talk and just take deep breaths and let that chill run up your spine. And I don't mean the cold chill, I mean that dopamine chill. And when you're on a deep fast, you get an increased burst of it. So after about 3 minutes of talking, I started feeling it hit me, kind of run up around my shoulders and into my neck. And I was like, oh, I forgot the whole euphoria of this process. And I'm about to miss it. So that's why I stopped talking and just enjoyed the moment. So, all right, 6 minute mark's there. It should be enough. Now I gotta get out, which I hate getting out just as much as I hate getting in.
Hey guys, I'm back. I wrapped it up at 6 days, completed in a dry fast, no food, no water. It's probably shooting for 7, but we got 6. We did good, especially for the first time doing a dry fast. It was different than I anticipated. It's actually a little harder than I anticipated too, particularly around day 4. So this is kind of my conclusion video. Honestly, I don't know what to talk about. I have a lot I want to talk about, and it would be hard to sum it up in one video. But I'll touch back on the journey. And after day 4, 4, 5, and 6 were pretty hard. You definitely had to have a lot of willpower. The thought of water or fruit became enormous. And because of that, I truly think that it reset my appreciation for things. I never really ate fruit before. I have it in smoothies and stuff. But now I think I'm going to actually enjoy what was put here on this earth for us, and not just suck it down and slam it all the time, but treasure it. My appreciation for water, oh man, we can't be on this earth without water. I'm going to love water every day from here on out, man. I think I'm going to have ceremonial waters every day where I'm just, whew. And before I would just like slam water, it became a survival thing. I work out a lot, got to drink water, and I'd have a hot water. Now, I want my water nice and cold. And you can bring it to me in one of those glass cups, frozen with the frosting around it, and I'll sip on it nice and slow. Definitely changed my perception of things. Other than that, the journey, I got more out of it than just that. It's hard to touch on all of it, but one thing I just feel, man, like it melted me back down, kind of took away all the extra. Just kind of resets you, humbles you, makes you appreciate little things around you, non-food, non-water related. Makes you slow down a little bit more and realize your time and take it all in just a little bit more. So I would definitely recommend this journey. Health-wise, yeah, it's gonna fix a lot of you guys, but also might help you up here. Even if you're good, it might make you better. That's kind of how I feel right now. So I'm gonna refeed today. It's kind of my first day getting back on. It's real light liquids and good quality liquids, and bone broth and some sauerkraut. Trying to get my gut back together. Tomorrow will be similar and kind of work its way up, and then the following day I'll start maybe having a little bit of eggs and maybe some guacamole as like my bigger items, and still just kind of climb. Refeeding is important. You can't just slam a meal, and honestly you don't want to. You don't want to overdo it. I did just want to chug a gallon of water when I got back, but you can't do that. So if you ever do a dry fast, you need to know about the dry fast. Don't do a dry fast because I told you to. Like, you need to go learn about it, and there's a lot of beauty in it. And if you ever learn about it, you'll never ask why would you do it, because the health benefits are unreal. I was gonna video myself drinking my first sip and eat my first bite. I didn't do that this time. I wanted it so bad that it was just my time, and I savored that moment. My eyes closed, and I was in a special place. I feel like there's way more video I could do about this journey, and maybe I'll touch back on it later. But for now, thanks for coming along with me. 6 days dry fast complete. My body was able to do a lot of healing and reverse years off my life. And if there's anything going on bad inside of there, it's probably gone now, and my body's like new again. So thanks for being a part of it, and I'll check back in next time.